Hey guys, how's it going? This is Ikesoft here, and today's lesson we're going to learn how we can create a UI form, a UI login form, which is very interesting and is very modern. So let's see how it looks like. This is what we're going to do at the end of the day. So at the end of the day we're going to create something like this, right guys? Okay, so with no further ado, let's hop into the video. Good. So this is my screen, and before I get started, I would like to go back to my my Photoshop file, and then I will just hide everything. um you know just hide everything from here. The link to the images, the resources are in the description below. Yes, so I needed something like this. Then I will crop something like this. Good. I was supposed to do this before I start the video, but I couldn't, so my apology. So I'll just save this to BG1. Good. And then I will just put it inside my resource folder, which I created a folder for it at my pictures. All right, good. So let's create a new project, and then let's give this project a name by calling it let's call this project login form, but make sure you are working under Visual Basic. Select Windows Form application and then give it a name. Let's call this login tutorial, right? And then choose your destination location where you want to save it, and then click on OK. Now it's gonna load everything for you. Okay, so guys, this is the form. So quickly I will just pin my toolbox to the side of it, so that everything is going to be fantastic for me. Now bear in mind that the link to the resource, which is the download link, is in the link in the description, as well as the project file is also in the link in the description. So I'm going to pin this to this side, and then I'll just resize this to however I want it to be, and this is it. Now let me go to the property section. Let me pin that one also, and then I will start the default location to the center screen, and then I will set the form border style to none for now, and this is how it looks like, right? So I will add a panel, right? But before I will add a panel, and then drag this panel to the top, and then I will add another panel, and then I drag this panel to the bottom, right? Good. So these are the two panels I have done so far. So this panel is going to be the top panel, and then this panel is going to be the down panel, right? But before I get started, I have I have created my images right here, right? So good. Concerning the background of the image, I'll just select the form and then go to background image. Then I'll just import from my pictures, and then I go to my login, then I select this BG1. Okay, so automatically you see that it will just select the background image layout to be stretched, so that it's gonna stretch it somehow, something like this. Yes, good. So this is it. Now select this top guy here, and then go to its background image, and then you're gonna import the top bar. Yes, and then that one too, all you need to do is just stretch it, and it's gonna be fantastic. So that means I need to work on the the top bar, because I didn't added a PNG to that. So I'll just choose a different image, which is the footer, and then I'll add a footer here instead. Okay, I think Okay, I will rather choose the top. I forgot to do something. Then the back color of it, I will just choose transparent. Yes, and then it should be able to do that for me, but I don't know the reason why. But let's maintain it that way. I believe it's kind of cool. All right, so what about, instead of using the panels, I would like to use a picture box instead, so that it will be corresponding to my images, let me say it that way. Yes, it will be corresponding to my images. um, yes, so let's see this, and then let's see this. But before let me remove this resource for now, and then let me add one panel. I think the panel will work, and then I will dock this panel to the parent container, then I will send it back, right, so that this will be on in front. Then I will just I can just extend it, or do whatever you want to do with it. It's cool. So I'll just copy and paste this one more time, paste this here, bring it up a little bit, and then on this picture box I would just on this background image, I will just choose the BG for now, and that is it. I will just choose the stretch for now, and that is it. So from where from our images right here, from what do we want to do right here, you can see that we have this bar and that bar. Now we have the login now, and then we have the enter username or password, and then we have this, right? So let's work on that now. But before we get started, I will just copy this and paste it one more time, and then I will just squeeze it a little bit way higher, check to see how the size is going to be, right? So I'll just import my image, which is my username, and then I click on OK. So this is my username guy here. Good. I'll just add it here, and then copy paste it one more time. That will be my password, and then I will just choose my password, and I'm good to go. Good. Now these little guys are here, so I'll just add a label, and then for this label the back color is controlled, so I would like to choose transparent, and then the back color I would like to choose white. Good. And then the font size I would like to choose bold, and then 16 is kind of small, so I like to choose 28. Good. And then as you can see, this is login now, so I'll just say log in now. Yes, and then I'll just add that login now here, and I'll just copy and paste this one more time, put it here, and then I'll check the name, whatever is there. Enter your username or your username and password, right? Enter your username and password. So I'll just say that enter your username and password, right? Then I believe I'm done. I need to change the font size regular, and then I'm gonna use 18 for now. 18 is kind of big, so I'm gonna choose 10 for now. 10 is kind of cool. Let me choose let's say 12, and I think 12 is kind of cool. Yes, so that is how it looks like. I believe that is what is really matters here. Good. So I need to extend it a little bit higher, and I believe that is done. Good. Now we are done. We are done, but we are yet not done, right? We are done, but we are yet not done. So what we need to do is we need to add one login button right here, right? We need to add one button here. So it's kind of simple, it's kind of simple. Copy this, paste it one more time, and then we will just choose our login button, and then it's gonna appear here very nicely. Then you can just put it here, and it's gonna work perfectly fine, guys. It's gonna work perfectly fine. It depends on whatever you want to do, right? It's gonna work perfectly fine. You can decide to add cancel button in addition, which I did previously ago, but today's tutorial, for this particular tutorial, I'm not going to use the cancel button for now. So I need to add this up here, and then I need to add a radio button. I need 2 radio buttons, right? So I'll add 1 radio button here, change the back color to transparent. Good. And then I change the color to white. Good. And then let's see, what is it saying? It say remember me and then forgot password, right? So we're gonna say that remember me. And then the font size, we're gonna use 14 for now. I think the 14 is way big, so we're gonna use let's use 11. 11 is kind of cool, so we're gonna use 11 for now. So let's push it a little down, copy this and paste it one more time, and that is it. So you highlight everything, just position it how you want it to be, and let's see, forgot password, right? Forget password, yes. So let's click on this, rename this to forget password. Good. So that is it. I believe that is done. So from there you can add don't have account yet, sign up, right? So all you need to do is just bring this a little way high up, and then instead of the panel, select the form, and then squeeze the form up a little bit. Good. Now don't forget to save your project because of electricity problems. Good. Or because of crashes and other stuff. Good. Now I have something called the beacon, right? I have something called the beacon. Now that beacon is going to help me to get a close button for this particular project, right? So if you don't have the beacon, just go to go online and then search for beacon, and you will get it. You will just get it done, and then you download it. It's kind of simple and cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna save this image as PNG, and then I'll add it to my login form, and then I'll just save it. So I will add one more thing, copy paste this here. Yes, and then let's choose the close button anyway. All right, so this is the close button. Now I believe we are good to go. Just add the close button here. Good. Now that is what we're going to do. So this is it, but when we start the project, you see that it will start very, very nicely, but you can't do anything. You can't do anything. It's just it's just there, right? So I think all right, so let's work on this a little bit, and then I believe I would like to choose all right, let me see if I can change this image to button, right? Footer bar. I think yes, I think the footer works for me, right? All right, good. So I'll just enlarge it a little bit, way high, and then this one too, I'll just enlarge it. Oh, come on, you've got to be shitting me. Sorry. Good. So I believe that is it. Good. So I'll just copy this and then paste it one more time and bring it here. Good. And then I will say transparent. Alright, so let me add a new label. Drop that label here, and then the background image should be transparent, which means, oh come on, all right guys, don't worry, I would like to um design it kind of somehow beautiful more than the one we saw, but everything depends on you. However you want to do, you can do it. So just hold control and select everything here, and then go to the cursor and then choose the default cursor to be hand. Right, good. Now let's add a text box. So we add two text boxes, one here, and then I would like to choose multi-line so that I can extend it a little bit way higher, something like this is good. Just this is good. Okay, so this back color will be I would like to use all right, I would like to choose let's see how the design works, right? So for this one, I'd like to say that let's go to the flat style. I'm a little bit okay. Sorry guys, I was a little bit way waiting for something, and I was operating a new operating system on my other computer, so sorry for that. So for the text box one, just change the back color to Gainsborough, and then change the border style to none. Right, border style to none. Now let me add some text up here, and let's see how this is how it looks like. Right, so go to the fonts and then select maybe 16. 16 is kind of it's kind of bored. You can decide to use 16. Okay, then you just squeeze this a little bit down, then you put it up. Yes, and then I think you can decide to choose green color for the font color, which is kind of cool for me. So I'll just delete everything inside here, and then I will just copy and paste it one more time, and then that will be here. Right, good. So I will just start my project and see how best it works. So this is it. I can add whatever I want to add, can add anything I want to add here. I can select whatever I want to select, and then you know that it is working perfectly fine. So guys, let me check my time and let's see if we can continue. Okay, so for the coding side, we will end here, and on our next lesson, we're going to see how we can do the coding side of this particular project. So stay in touch. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave any comment below the section, and everything will be fantastic. Until we meet again, Ikesoft Original is out.